Hello, welcome to Morgan Flame, the face behind the million-plus subscriber channel Movie Flame. On the main channel, I asked you guys to give me some questions to do for a Q&A for this channel, so let's get into it and answer your questions. First question, what was your favorite part about film school and what was the most valuable thing you learned? Favorite thing about film school was just learning, honestly, just taking everything in and learning more about the thing I was so passionate about. And the most valuable thing I learned was probably collaborating with people when making videos and projects. If you could make a comic book movie/TV show, what would it be? Probably something about the Bat family, so Batman, Nightwing, Red Robin, Batgirl, Damian Wayne's Robin. I think that would be a really cool comic book movie. Which MCU movie are you looking forward to most in the future? Also, love your videos. Thank you. Probably Black Panther 2. I'm very excited for that one. Have you ever met any of the Harry Potter actors? Oh, alright. So, Rupert Grint is filming something with M. Night Shyamalan here where I live, in around the Philadelphia area. And I've missed him by this much, like 5 times. And I also found out that he and Daniel Radcliffe went to a restaurant a day before I went. So, no, I haven't. But I've been this close, and it's frustrating. Because I just want to meet Rupert Grint. If you could play any Harry Potter character in the movies, which one would you be? Draco Malfoy. Yeah, I would play Draco Malfoy. What creator or creators other than Dean being Harry Potter folklore, do you really want to collaborate with? I just did a collab with Mixed Up Media, a great channel who is run by one of my best friends, James. He's going to be my best man at my wedding. Check him out if you haven't already. But probably Seamus Gorman. I would love to collaborate with Seamus Gorman. Also, Cosmonaut Variety Hour, but he doesn't really do collaborative things other than with like his team. Maybe Super Carlin Brothers. What other movies have you studied in film school and really enjoyed? First of all, and a second question about film school, I love to see that because I actually just made a video about my film school journey that I'm going to upload to this channel. So I'm glad to know that you guys care about that. Other movies I've studied in film school, I took a whole class on Citizen Kane, which was really interesting. The 1933 King Kong movie was years ahead of its time and was really interesting. Some more recent movies like Inception, The Prestige, The Sixth Sense. I had seen most of these movies, but really diving into them made me appreciate them more. Will you ever make your own fan film of Harry Potter? I think it would be really cool. I think it'd be really cool too. I've definitely thought about it at length. I outlined a few things, like one about the 4 founders of Hogwarts. I was pretty serious about that one, but it costs a lot of money and you don't make a cent from it. So yeah, there's that. I have a lot going on in my life, paying for a wedding. Don't really have the time, resources, or money to do it, but maybe one day. It's definitely something that I would love to do. I will say that. Which YouTubers are amongst your favorites? Mixed Up Media, as I mentioned, James. Seamus Gorman has always been up there. Dean, Harry Potter Folklore. Cosmonaut Variety Hour. A few sports channels like Nonstop Sports, KTO. Nerdstalgic is a good one. To be honest though, I don't really watch that much YouTube. Those are pretty much the only people I watch. Plus a few random videos about football because I just freaking love football. What was your experience at film school? Wow, another question about film school. What was my experience at film school like? Wait for my next video on this channel and you will find out. If YouTube and film school didn't work out, wow. Okay, I love it. I love all the questions about film school. If YouTube and film school didn't work out as a job and education, what other occupations would you consider? I seriously considered becoming a teacher, more specifically an elementary school teacher. I love kids. I've always loved to work with kids, but yeah, that was almost a career path I chose. How much weight did you lose? You look amazing. You used to be pretty heavy, which I assume has to do with your addiction and getting sober. Thank you. Yeah, I lost 55 pounds. And it did have to do with getting sober. I kind of turned to food when I got sober, which made me very heavy, which I wasn't used to being. And then I sort of turned to exercise after that. I replaced drugs and alcohol with food. Then I replaced food with working out and lost 55 pounds. What Harry Potter character has the saddest origin story in your opinion? Hagrid, for sure. His mom didn't care about him. She left. His dad died early. He went to Hogwarts, got expelled for something he didn't do, got his wand snapped, got his life uprooted. And if it wasn't for Dumbledore, he would have lost everything. I don't know where he would be without Dumbledore. And he has a happy life, but his origin story is just tragic. What was your favorite series in the Percy Jackson verse? Heroes of Olympus. I think it goes Heroes of Olympus, the original, Trials of Apollo, The Kane Chronicles, then Magnus Chase. How much preparation did you do before engaging to your fiance? How did she react? And what plans do you have for your upcoming wedding? Yeah, I planned a lot actually. This is actually a pretty funny story. So about a year in advance, she was like, if you propose to me and my nails are ugly, I will kill you. So I was like, okay, how do I make her get her nails done without tipping her off that I'm going to propose? So I planted in her head about a year in advance that maybe it would be cool to get my nails done with her. And she was like, oh yeah, let's get our nails done together. So we got our nails done together. And by the way, treat yourself. Even the guys, treat yourself. It's great. But we got our nails done and I was like, oh wow, this is nice. So we did it again until it was normal. To the point where I could be like, hey, I want to get my nails done. She'd be like, bet, I'll make an appointment. And yeah, that was the prep that I did. Plus also hiding the fact that I was buying this ring for her. I did that by going to my parents' house and told her I was helping my dad lift stuff. But yeah, what were the other questions? How did she react? She was shocked and then she started crying. And upcoming plans for the wedding? Yes, we have a venue, a date, August 19th, 2023. A lot of other stuff. I didn't realize how much goes into planning a wedding, but yeah, it's a lot. Hey Morgan, I've been a fan and a patron for years. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thanks for such amazing videos. You're my hero. My question is, how often are you recognized in public, and is it cool or is it annoying? I'd love to see you in public and meet you. Yes, I am recognized a fair amount actually, and it's cool sometimes, but there are other times where I just am in a situation where I don't want to interact with someone, and we've had a few stalkerish encounters which were pretty scary. But yeah, other than that, it's really cool to meet people that watch my YouTube channel. I'll sometimes just be walking down the street and somebody would be like, hey, Movie Flame, or they'll come up to me and be like, are you Movie Flame? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's cool. When you were in film school, wow, another question about film school. I love it. This makes me very excited to post my next video. When you were in film school, what was the most interesting thing you learned? Did you make any projects or short films, and what were they about? I already answered the first part, so I'm just gonna go to the second part. Yeah, I made a ton of short films. I made a few comedies. I made a documentary. I made a horror film, which is actually uploaded to this channel. I did a ton of projects, music videos, but I'll leave it at that because you guys can find out even more in the next video. Have you ever considered directing / producing a movie? Yes, many times. I've done it in film school, and I've thought about, as I said, doing Harry Potter fan films. I also have some original films that I've worked on that I would love to make a real movie, but I don't know, maybe one day. Who is your favorite character from each house and why? By the way, your vids are great. Thank you. Gryffindor, Neville. Hufflepuff, Newt. Ravenclaw, Luna. Slytherin, Voldemort. What would be your career choice after you finished at Hogwarts? Ideally, being a professional Quidditch player would be cool. I don't know if I would make the team, but if not a Quidditch player, probably an Auror, which is a safe answer. But yeah, I think an Auror. What was your favorite Marvel Life of video that you did and why? Probably the first one I ever did, Tony Stark, because it was just such a vast story and his story had just come to an end that week that I was making the video. So yeah, I think that is my favorite one. What are your opinions on some of the recent Star Wars content we've been getting, mainly the Disney Plus shows? I actually really like them. Obi-Wan I had a lot of hype for, and I was surprised that it lived up to all of the hype, so I really liked it. Book of Boba Fett, I loved. I was surprised at how many people bashed it. I enjoyed it probably just as much as The Mandalorian, and Mandalorian was fire too. If you could work with / for any filmmaker from history, who would you choose? George Lucas, hands down. He is the person that made me fall in love with filmmaking. What is your boggart? Whew. Well, we'll get deep. We'll really dig into it because I'm also going to make a video on this channel later. But it would be seeing me relapsing on drugs and alcohol. I'm 4 years sober, so seeing that I think would be my worst fear. What would be your favorite non-canon ships in Percy Jackson and Harry Potter? Harry Potter, probably Wolfstar, Sirius and Lupin. Percy Jackson, probably Nico and Percy. I would love to see what would happen if Percy reciprocated the feelings that Nico felt for him. I just realized those were two LGBTQ couples. Huh. It's what I want to see, I guess. What Hogwarts house would you be in? Gryffindor. I took the test. I'm a Gryffindor. Although I did take it again and I was a Slytherin, but then I took it a third time because I was like, one time was Gryffindor, one time was Slytherin. I need to know, and I got Gryffindor. So yeah. Do you ever tire from reading the Harry Potter books when you go over them again for your videos? And if so, what motivates you to keep coming back? No, I don't get tired of them. I actually just restarted reading the series again. There was a time, like about a year in to Movie Flame, where I was like, oh my god, I don't want to make any more Harry Potter videos. But I got over it, and since then, yeah, I just love this series. It was my escape for so many years, and just going into the world of Harry Potter is so magical for me. But yeah, I think back then when I got tired of it, I was making only Harry Potter videos. And if I didn't make a Harry Potter video, I got roasted in the comments being like, we want Harry Potter videos. So I was kind of like, man, Harry Potter. Like, every time I don't do Harry Potter, all that the people on Movie Flame ask for is Harry Potter. But eventually I started getting other fandoms into the mix. And since then, I actually love doing Harry Potter videos, like especially Life of videos. Because for that, I command F the character's name in every single book and go through each mention of it to write the scripts. So I love doing those because I'm basically reading the series again from that for just that character. So yeah, no, I don't tire of it, obviously, because I just restarted reading it. Out of the 8 Harry Potter films, which one do you think wasn't adapted the best? It's a toss-up between Goblet of Fire and Half-Blood Prince. Goblet of Fire is my least favorite out of the 8 films. Not that it's bad, I still love it, but it's my least favorite. But I think Half-Blood Prince was actually adapted worse than the Goblet of Fire because they turned what was one of the darkest books in the series into a romantic comedy, which was weird. This next question is from Mixed Up Media, aka my best man at my wedding and one of my best friends, James. He has some fire questions too. What movie kicked off your love for film? Is it still your favorite movie? And what about it made you decide you wanted to be the guy behind the camera? Star Wars is the movie that made me realize that. It's still in my top 5 favorite movies. And what about it made me decide to be the guy behind the camera? Just watching the behind the scenes of the practical effects, I think. Watching them build these miniatures and everything about it was just so interesting to me, like how they made these things happen without a computer. And when I was young, I started making my own movies, which you'll see in my next video. And they were awful. They were just awful. But I was practicing these same practical effects that they did in Star Wars. But yeah, just seeing how they did everything was so interesting to me and just inspired me so much. What are your favorite parts about being a YouTuber? Fan interactions, for sure. I've actually become really good friends with a number of my fans on Instagram, which is really cool. I talk to them daily, weekly, and it's just really special. I've made a lot of friends from people who found me through watching my videos. So I think interacting with fans is the best part. How/where did you learn your video editing skills and how much of it was self-taught? Almost all of it is self-taught, honestly. I started learning the art of editing in 6th grade and never took any classes on it. I just taught myself. And I remember going to film school and sitting in these editing classes and I was like, I don't need this class. I know all of this. But yeah, pretty much all self-taught. I learned some other editing softwares like Final Cut, which I had never done before in film school, but Adobe, I was pretty much all self-taught, Vegas Pro, and I started on iMovie and Windows Movie Maker. But yeah, pretty much all self-taught. Hi, love your content. Thank you. My question is, who is your favorite villain in Harry Potter? Voldemort, who is also my favorite character in the entire series. Do you think the Netflix live-action Avatar will be good? No. I don't. I have zero hope for it. The creators already left because they didn't like what they were doing, which is a very bad sign. They have a very bad track record with the live action movie. And my hope is that because my bar is so low, I'll enjoy it at least a little bit. I don't know. I'm going to make videos on it for sure once it comes out, but I have very little hope. Are you aware of the Lee Jeffries as Annabeth Chase casting controversy? What is your opinion for the actress that will play Annabeth in the upcoming Percy Jackson Disney Plus TV show? I am aware of the controversy, and it's a lot like The Little Mermaid being black. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Clearly, Rick Riordan thought that she was the correct choice, and I trust his opinion. And I will say that my favorite part about Annabeth in the books is that she breaks the dumb blonde stereotype because she's incredibly smart, which we won't have in the TV series, but I think she is going to be a fantastic Annabeth. Do you have any work offers to work on movies? I've had a lot of people reach out to me, a lot of independent filmmakers, not only ask me to help them with their movie, but to give them advice, which I've done. I've had offers to do work on a few Harry Potter fan films on YouTube, which I can't talk too much about. I don't know if it's going to happen, but can't really talk about it. But yes, I have. When were you like, I want to be a YouTuber? P.S. Enjoy the videos. Thank you. I never sat down and was like, I want to be a YouTuber. My dream was always to be an editor and work in the film industry. I guess when the videos started to take off, like my first video, then my second Harry Potter video, third, fourth, fifth, going on the trending page, it was just fun. And it was bringing in a decent living. So yeah, I guess around senior year, going into senior year of college, which I also talk about in my next video about film school. So look out for that. It's a very interesting story. Can we have an office tour on your new channel? I'd love to see you break down all the shelves you have as well as your setup and wall hangings. That is a plan for this channel. I will do a full office tour and go over everything here on the bookshelves down there, over there. Yeah, it'll be fun. In your most recent Instagram post with your HP costume, you are blonde as a kid. Did you used to be blonde or was it dyed? I was actually blonde until I was about 13 years old. Do you plan on getting another pet to be buddies with Loki? We thought about it very seriously, but he is so jealous that we just can't. No, we're not going to. If we did though, I probably would have named him Thor. If there was a Harry Potter character you could add in the books that weren't in the movies, which one would you add? Charlie Weasley, hands down. Would you rather completely rewrite the Half-Blood Prince movie or the Goblet of Fire movie? Probably Half-Blood Prince, because that is my favorite book in the series, and also because I think I could really do it justice compared to what the movie did. What other shows, books, or movies are you a fan of other than Harry Potter, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Star Wars? And I'm assuming that she meant all the things that I cover on this channel. Game of Thrones. The books are right up there. The Maze Runner. I've been really into Cobra Kai. If you could work on a movie set, what job would you like to do? I would be an editor, which was my career path before YouTube, which again, I go over in the video that I'm uploading on this channel after this one about my film school journey. Where did your love for Harry Potter begin? With my grandma. My grandma introduced it to me and she read the books with me for the first time. So yeah, my grandma. If they were to make a Cursed Child movie with the original actors, would you support it? I would be disappointed that of all things, that's what they chose to do. But yeah, I would support it, especially for the main actors that would come back. What are you most looking forward to from the Percy Jackson TV show? Just having a faithful adaptation of the books that we all love, having age-appropriate characters, having Rick be on the show writing it so it will actually be a faithful retelling of the series. If you could change one thing about the Harry Potter film franchise, what would it be? Add more Voldemort memories. Which video took you the longest to make and why? The Order of the Phoenix book versus movie video took me 100 hours. And why? Because it's the longest video. Favorite character from the Percy Jackson novels? Either Luke Castellan or Percy himself. Will you ever come to London to the Warner Brothers Harry Potter studio tour? Dude, I had like 3 trips planned going to London to do this and they all got canceled because of COVID. So yes, I do want to do that eventually. How many times have you read the Harry Potter series? Shoot. If you count the videos that I made going through the books, which I do for almost every video, 150. Easy. What's your least favorite MCU movie or series? The one I enjoyed the least was probably Captain Marvel. If you had to change your channel name, what would you change it to? I mean, it's called Movie Flame, but I always go by the books, so probably Book Flame, but I would never change that. It's always going to be Movie Flame. Do you hate Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man? No, I love Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. And best Spider-Man suit of all the 3 live-action movie adaptations. Andrew Garfield's in Amazing Spider-Man 2. I think that's the best Spidey suit that we've seen. How old are you? 26. I'll be 27 in December. What is your favorite Marvel movie that nobody likes? Thor: The Dark World. I actually really like that movie. Maybe because Loki is my favorite MCU character and he plays a big part in that, but I really liked it. What are your top 5 favorite Harry Potter fan theories and why? I'm not going to do a top 5, but I'll do my favorite. It's the Deathly Hallows theory that Dumbledore is death, that Voldemort is the one with the Elder Wand, Harry is the one with the invisibility cloak who escaped death, and Snape is the one who killed himself because of his love. Will you make a bloopers video? That's a good idea, actually. I mess up a lot when recording videos, so maybe. What are your favorite kind of videos to make and how long does it take to edit them? My favorite type of videos to make? Probably video essays that break down films, ideas about films, and they normally take not that long to edit, but a very long time to write. Hey Morgan, I love your videos. Thank you. I have been watching them for a long time, and now I was wondering what app/program do you use to edit your videos? I mostly use Vegas Pro, which is kind of rare, but I find it really nice because you can do everything that After Effects can do, you can do everything that Photoshop can do, and you can do everything that Adobe Premiere can do all in one program. But I also love Adobe. I use a lot of Adobe programs. That's what I used in film school, but I've always just had a love for Vegas Pro. What has been your greatest achievement on YouTube? Probably 1 million subscribers. Can you name all the parts of an engine of a 1952 Chevy? No, but my dad definitely could. Fun fact, he is a car expert, used to be a race car driver for a hobby, is now a car collector, and judges at a bunch of shows. So yeah, he knows more about cars than I do about Harry Potter. So, Morgan, what is your #1 favorite Marvel movie? Probably Endgame. Have you read The Trials of Apollo? Yes. It's right there. Yeah, I did. Is there something about Percy Jackson that you like more about Harry Potter? This might make some people mad, but the main character. I enjoy Percy's character more than Harry. Even though he's evil and is an enemy, why is Voldemort your favorite? I'm just so fascinated by his evilness. Honestly, that is the thing that intrigues me the most. And that's all the questions I'm going to answer for this video. Thank you so much to everyone who submitted a question. And thank you to everybody who has subscribed to this new channel. We're going to have some fun here. Look out for the next video where I go over my film school journey. A lot of you guys have clearly shown interest in that, which makes me very excited. But yeah, I'm going to share that probably in the next week or two. We'll see. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.